A Tuesday morning crash in Scottsbluff turns deadly. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, authorities say one person is dead following a high-speed crash shortly before 6 a.m. Tuesday. Authorities were dispatched to the eastbound lane of Highway 26 near the Avenue I intersection after receiving a call of a red sports utility vehicle striking the rear part of a semi at a high rate of speed. Scanner traffic indicates that first responders found an unresponsive male with severe trauma, and despite CPR efforts to revive the driver, he was declared deceased at the scene. Scottsbluff Police remained on scene for accident reconstruction, while Scottsbluff Fire Department was on hand for a cleanup. More information will be released later on by Scottsbluff Police. Well, a 44-year-old Mitchell woman is facing felony drug charges after getting caught with roughly 11 grams of methamphetamine. Early Sunday morning, a Scottsbluff County deputy saw a Ford Edge parked with its lights off on Wrights Gap Road. Rachel Stuckey was found passed out inside the vehicle, and a search of her makeup bag led to the discovery of a white crystalline substance, which she claimed was hers, along with $700 cash. She was arraigned on charges of possession of meth, 10 to 27 grams, and no drug tax stamp on Monday, and could face a mandatory minimum of 3 years in prison if convicted on the charges as filed. And a third count of first-degree sexual assault has been filed against a Kimball man. 30-year-old Ryan Rowley was arrested earlier this year on a pair of Class 2 felonies, with victims allegedly assaulted in May and July of this year. However, late last month, an additional charge was filed after a third witness was discovered, with that crime reportedly to have taken place in September of 2024. Rowley has pleaded not guilty to the trio of first-degree sexual assault charges during last week's district court arraignment, and a December 2nd hearing date has been set. We'll have more news right after this.
Whether you're gardening, searching for the perfect vacation home, or planning your next travel destination, your life is just as unique. Your Raymond James financial advisors, Jody Rosiska and Kevin Figg, get to know you, your passions, and your vision for the future, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Welcome back. The City of Tarrytown is advising residents and motorists of a street rehabilitation project that will have a major road in the community closed for an estimated 3 weeks. Beginning today, construction crews will be removing the existing pavement of Terry Boulevard from Stable Club Road south to the dead end near the Carpenter Center, then grading and installing new concrete pavement. City officials advise that access to driveways along Terry Boulevard will not be available during the project, and residents are asked to remove vehicles from the street and driveways if they will be needed during the work. Parking will be available along Spring Valley Land and Woodley Park Road. Well, a 40-year-old Thornton, Colorado man has received numerous citations following a boating incident Sunday at Lake McConaughey that left a 9-year-old boy severely injured. The boy from North Glen, Colorado, was wading in the water near the Sandy Beach area shore when he was struck by a pontoon boat's propeller at about 1 p.m. He was flown to the Entrance Children's Hospital in Aurora with severe injuries. The man driving the boat was arrested and cited for boating under the influence of alcohol, reckless operation of a motorboat, and violating safety regulations of the Nebraska State Boat Act. Nebraska Game and Parks conservation officers continue to investigate this incident.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Steve White with you on the Rural Radio Network as we're learning more about the mission of the Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture in Curtis. We've got 3 faculty members who are joining us. Let's just go around and tell folks who we are and what we do. Dan, let's start with you.
Well, I'm the ag mechanics instructor, so I have kind of like 2.5 programs. We have a 1-year center pivot certificate program for students with a Rinke business partnership, but we cover other brands. We're the only public technician training in the United States. And then we have a welding certificate program, and then I teach some ag ed students with some technical shop skills.
And moving on down next, who do we have here?
Brad Ramsdale. I teach all the agronomy curriculum here at NCTA, and then I also serve as our Director of Academic Services, and I'd be very happy here to be able to share with you all of our ag production system programs.
Awesome. And rounding out our panel today,
Jennifer McConville. I'm the Associate Dean here at NCTA, and I also get the privilege this year to teach a few classes.
So Jennifer, not the biggest campus in the University of Nebraska system. It's on the opposite end of that spectrum, but a big-time experience for these kids. Is that fair to say?
I think that's perfect to say that you're going to get a big-time experience on a small campus.
Yeah, just tell me more. I mean, actually, I brought my kids. I've got 3 11-year-olds. Yes, you're like, oh my goodness, I can't imagine. But we brought them through town about a year ago, and I drove up and showed them. I said, this is a place you could end up someday, and talked a little bit about some of the programs. And it's really a unique environment, unlike anything else you're going to find around the area, are you?
I am glad you said that because I agree wholeheartedly. And if you are interested in agriculture or veterinary technology, NCTA is the perfect place for the type of education that you're going to want to get. We are really focused on, we say hands-on. I think everybody says hands-on, but we really go out and model hands-on. If you're not already following us, like on our Facebook page, people really should get on, and the faculty are sending us clips every day of what they're doing in classes, and they're actually, Brad will tell you more about all their experiences, but they're actually out in the fields and out working with the cattle and out working with live animals, and you're getting a really great hands-on experience that leads back to our mission of helping workforce in Nebraska and just really giving them the skills they need to be successful in workforce industries.
Brad, let's move along with that. A lot of your programs, you work actually with people in industry who come to you and say, Brad, we need a program. We need people. We got these skills. So when they're leaving campus here, they have skills the workforce wants. You're not just getting skills that somebody's going to say, well, I've got a nice degree, but I don't know what to do with it, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's a big emphasis for us is having programs that are industry relevant. And so whether it's the animal science and livestock programs, whether it's the agronomy and crop programs, the equipment programs, our ag business programs, you name it, industry involvement's a big piece of that. we're so blessed to also be part of the University of Nebraska system, and so that means we can provide a lot of learning opportunities interacting with like the West Central Research Extension Center up at North Platte,
Right.
and some of their expertise, and so that's all a big part of our experience. I mean, we got our hands-on farm learning, and so it all integrates together.
And Dan, you mentioned like something like your partnership with Rinke. I was here I think it's been about 10 years ago now, probably put a pivot up here and talked to Chris Roth from Rinke, said we would hire every single one of those kids if we could, because we need people in Nebraska who can work on pivots, and we can't find those people. So we've got to train them. And that's kind of the way a lot of your programs work, isn't it?
Yes, we actually have a 40-foot pivot inside our shop.
You've got one inside and one outside, don't you? Yeah.
And we have some graduates that are actually working in the area, and quite a few that have come from out of state and gone back to Texas, California. Some have stayed here from California. We had somebody from the Ute Indian Reservation in southwest Colorado.
Oh, no kidding.
And he's back handling the family pivots. And so it's really exciting to know where those students go. And the same with welding. About half of our students go home to the farm or ranch, but we've got some that are in industry in Nebraska as well.
Brad, we've got to start to wrap things up, but we talked about this idea of small campus with a big experience. What would you say about that?
Yeah, I think that's one of the number one reasons our students come to campus is they really like the small atmosphere. We got a wonderful faculty to student ratio, so a lot of hands-on direct interaction. You get to know the faculty members very well, and they care very much about the education of the students and helping them prepare our students for their future successful career, whether that's a farmer, a rancher, or getting a job out there in the industry.
And Jennifer, we got to wrap things up, but this idea that you're not just going to be a face in a crowd when you come to NCTA. You're going to know your professors because there's not a crowd. We're in Curtis, Nebraska, but that's the beauty of it, right?
I always tell them it's what you make of it. We are going to know who you are on campus, whether that's good or bad, so make the most of the experience.
Well, very good. It's good to catch up with you and learn more about the vision and the mission at NCTA. I'm Steve White on the Rural Radio Network. Awesome, guys.
Thank you.
I feel like we could have gone on for hours and hours, probably.
Renewal by Anderson Windows and Patio Doors, the customers say it best, and they feel the difference every day.
Very happy with it. Very, very happy. I don't get tired of looking at them. And it's so nice with the breeze now, opening the windows, the ease of sliding the windows back and forth. Notice that it is warmer in the winter time, and it is cooler when the sun is shining in.
Renewal by Anderson Windows and Patio Doors, the customers say it best. Book your free estimate right now at rbawyoming.com.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, the Scottsbluff City Council heard from leaders of the Western Nebraska Football Club last week as the nonprofit requested a waiver of its $4,500 annual field rental fee. The club, which serves about 900 young athletes from across the Panhandle, recently invested nearly $30,000 into upgrades at the Lander Soccer Complex, including new scoreboards, a sound system, and locker room space. Club President Nate Rock told council members the waiver would allow them to reinvest in future improvements.
We're still looking at, of course, we've had this conversation before, we would love to continue to look into improvements in the lights and bathrooms at the complex. ADA accessibility is a big issue for us as well, but those are things that we're constantly looking for, planning for, and working with various organizations to try to improve the complex as best we can.
After discussion, the council voted to approve waiving the fee for 1 year, with Councilmember Jerry Stricker being the lone vote against it. Well, Councilmember Scott Phillips called it a reasonable step for an organization that's given so much back to the community. Well, that is it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.